There are giant fucking inflatables everywhere. Welcome back to the Tidbitcast. I'm Aaron. This is
David.
And
Gary.
And
always Colin.
And
unfortunately,
I'm Aaron. Yeah. So we're continuing.
Still Aaron.
Yeah, still Aaron. Continuing on with our final topic this week, which I believe is up to me now. And I wanted to move on to the idea of retcons, such as like going back and either erasing something that has already been there, like say a project has gone on, a series of films. You have maybe 3-4 films. Should have stopped at about 2, but they kept on going. That idea, which has been brought up now by Neil Blomkamp, is now signed on to direct a sequel to RoboCop. Now, RoboCop 2 or 3, but the first one, pretending as if they didn't happen at all.
Okay.
Now, this is going on while he was... There's a big rumor building for years that he was going to be directing a sequel to Aliens, the second Alien film, and cast aside Alien 3, 4, and anything that followed afterwards. That was what they were going to do, and it never came into fruition. Yesterday, however, they announced that they are doing that, but only in comic form. They're pretending that everything after Aliens didn't happen, and they're going to start again. They're going to erase it from canon, and it's going to continue on from there. What I wanted to bring up is there any series that you loved growing up, but then it slowly trickled off, and you wish they had either stopped it at a certain point and didn't continue, or they'd continue it in a completely different fashion.
So something we want retconned.
Something you want retconned.
Okay. Yeah.
Something that we want, like the source material stopped.
Yes.
At a certain point and then changed.
Yes.
Yeah. Like as an example, if I was given mine would Friday the 13th. Love Friday the 13th. I hate the fact that by the end, never mind the space, it's the fact that Jason was a fucking demonic slug.
Yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell. I think that is one of the most stupid fucking... Those films are ridiculous at that point.
Like
I think
Ashes slug? Or just metaphorically?
I mean, the opening of one of the films is they fucking kill Jason. They finally do it. He is exploded. Fucking nothing left. And then little slug goes crawling away and starts possessing other people. and the spirit, it's not Jason that's evil, it's the slug. And it starts possessing other fucking people and all. They bring Jason back to life by some majestic fucking ritual at the end. I hate that. But I think there was a balance in there, in between where it was going from being grounded and like a slasher film and tipping the scale into the supernatural side as well. Where I think if they had stopped it there and continued on with that form of Jason, I think you could have done so fucking much. They could have gone in so many different ways.
Pre-slug.
Instead we went into space, and then we have all Friday the 13th materials being cancelled. You have the reboot film, which has just been completely shelved now after everything's going on in court. Yeah, exactly.
The video game, Dead Space.
Bang on, yeah. So, as an example there, is there anything that you would like to see like that?
Yeah, I've got one.
Go on.
Yeah.
The DC universe.
Okay.
All of it gone.
I was saying, like, because you can... That if you want to get rid of all that, that's a reboot. That's a hard fucking reboot where you pretend none of that happened and you move on. Was there ever a good point in the DCEU where you were like, you could stop there and build it in another way?
Wonder Woman. Get rid of before and get rid of afterwards.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, then Wonder Woman is great apart from
yeah.
that third act. That third act is...
No.
I fucking hate the third act.
I didn't like the villain. It was like, you know.
Exactly, because it was, it was Ares with a fucking mustache.
But the rest of it was... It was forgivable because I really enjoyed the rest of that.
Okay, alright.
So when you say the DC universe, you mean the films?
Do you know what I think needs a few retcons? Genuinely. The latest Star Trek.
Yeah?
The latest journey into the unknown. These last 3 films have been quite good. They are in themselves a retcon.
They are.
In themselves. And a reboot as well, because they're obviously just changing time, so it's all retcon within the actual universe. But the last film was not that good.
I didn't like Beyond. A lot of people said people who love like the original series said they preferred that film out of all because it felt similar to the source material, but I didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it, and I liked the second one because I liked the play on the Wrath of Khan. I liked that it was a mirror of it, where it was Kirk being in this position and Spock having to fight for Kirk. It makes sense if you've seen the film.
Yeah,
I know.
I saw the first one.
A lot of people didn't like Into Darkness. I liked Into Darkness.
Yeah, I did. I quite liked it, and I liked that RoboCop was in it as well. So
Yeah, there he goes as well.
So I was happy with that.
Well, he won't be in anything again now for a long time. But you have... What else is there doing there? We're saying Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek, they're going to continue on with that now.
Quentin Tarantino.
Exactly, and he's keeping the original, he's keeping the cast.
Yeah.
Wait, he's directing.
Wait, excuse me?
Wait, Tarantino's been writing a Star Trek film, like he penned it there a couple of months ago.
What?
And he's got the cast from
this version.
The Chris Pine cast.
Yeah.
we'll call it.
But it's still a rated R Star Trek film.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
all Tarantino-esque. But it's not the next one. The next one is being directed by someone who directed like a soap for a while.
Yeah.
EastEnders.
It's one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's taking it on, she's continuing on. But you know.
Do you know, again, I think this is a thing where, like, this universe, they need to just stop trying to. I know, it sounds really bad. They need to stop trying to be innovative. And they need to go back to being Star Trek.
Just do what you're good at.
Did you watch Star Trek Discovery?
I watched the first 5-6 episodes.
It's quite good
Yeah.
until after episode 10. And then it just becomes so predictable. It's like the writing completely changed. Everyone in it changed. And it just doesn't work at all.
Well, Spock is coming into it now.
I know, but I'm just waiting for them to suddenly, completely change all their uniforms and force all the women into miniskirts and all the men into tight shirts. And everyone's going to wear bright colours soon. I'm waiting for them to just get that memo in their emails. Oh, by the way, we've removed all our uniforms and now we're just wearing bright, frilly shirts. Good luck.
See, because retcons are always like a problem when you say there's like innovation. Because if you look at the likes of the comic industry, almost solely relies on retconning shit.
Yeah.
There's only so far you can go in a certain timeline before people get old.
Exactly, like anything you do, like
Spider-Man
can't be started on the retcons with Spider-Man. it's consistent. Like even the Skrull War, the Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
that's all just fucking retcon. that was essentially, and then you could have even retconned out that Ant-Man bet his wife, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll keep that one in. We're not. We could easily
That
get
one,
rid of that.
we'll keep it."
that." Scumbag. Yeah.
Was radioactive sperm
That was a part of Spider-Man Reign, which takes place like it's essentially.
That was
Dark
written by.
Knight.
They were all written by one guy who wrote all these stories. Where I think it was written by one guy who wrote all these stories where, basically, it was he had this imagining there. If these people really had these powers, this is what would actually happen. All these people would like. Spider-Man, he'd kill Mary Jane just by having sex with her.
So he brought it real.
Yeah, but it's not.
Logan
it's not
would die because, or he'd be in constant agony because of adamantium poison, and his skin would be falling off constantly.
But this is around the time of like they tried to do their Dark Knight type thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's why they're going on the Frank Miller train,
With
and they jumped on, and he's just a crippled old man, and it's like, damn it, Mary Jane died,
Damn it.
we semen.
These things happen.
That's pretty much what it was, yeah. But like all the retcons that goes on in the comic world, that is essentially how they keep the plot going. They don't do here is something new. It's here is something that you thought happened, but fuck it didn't happen because
We're now in Earth 613.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, here's legacy. Yeah.
I know, completely true.
That
Happens in every comic.
Listen, I'm okay with it when they do like other worlds type stuff like Earth 1 and all this sort of crap.
Yeah, just some spin-offs.
That's perfectly okay because that's free reign to do whatever it is you want. But when you pull a Grant Morrison and you go, fuck it, we're going to bring Damien back because remember that one time that we know that like Batman had a child, and what happened?
Does he have like can he control the universe or something? He's like some.
No, that's the Reed Richards kid.
That's Franklin Richards.
Yeah.
And
what happened with Damian Wayne though? He punched a whole universe.
No, that's Superboy. Is it Superboy who punched a hole in reality?
Superboy Prime, wasn't it?
Yeah, punched a hole in reality.
And that brought Damian back, was it?
It fucked up
There was
so many
something
things.
happened, yeah.
Everything went wrong.
No, it brought Jason Todd back.
No. Todd came back.
It brought Jason Todd. No, that brought Jason. Okay, we're getting
really dark. That's a hard.
No, I remember
one.
Damien came back and he had powers at some point. I think.
Well, okay, what happened with Damien was Damien had there was a story of like Son of the Demon that went on, everything there, but fuck. The end of that story, this is decades old now, so it's fine. Spoilers and all that sort of shit. End of that, Talia has a child and she puts it up for adoption.
Okay.
And there's a necklace, I believe, that is given along with it. The next time you see Damien, I don't think Grant Morrison read that fucking comic because he then introduced Damien and he goes, and then we have Damien here, here he is now, and he's back and he's been raised by the League of Assassins and he's a trained killer, and you're going, what happened to that time that, this child was given up for adoption? Never fucking happened. We'll pretend it didn't go on. and that's like a retcon to just bring it in, and that's how you bring Damien into it.
That's aggressive retconning because I like my story the way it is, and I'm going to keep it the way it is.
So that's usually how it goes. Like when you have events that come up in comics, you'll always have this one fucker, Bendis. Bendis never read a fucking event in his life. Oh my god, there's just loads of the went on.
Did they ever retcon Talia al Ghul raping Batman? I feel like they did, but I don't know if they did.
No, that was a questionable thing.
They just don't talk about it.
They just don't talk about it because it's there.
Very little secret, Gary.
He was drugged. Oh, look, there's a lot that went on there. Depends on who you ask, I suppose.
DC gets dark sometimes.
DC gets very dark.
Well, so does the Marvel universe. Although they're really trying to shy away from that now.
They're trying to go back to Legacy, which they're trying to be like every fucking year. It's like Marvel now, all new Marvel.
They're trying to keep it kid friendly, so people watch the films can come over and read the comics. Like
Disney.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Disney.
Right, so that's the idea of retcons. Is there anything that you want to retcon?
Isn't there going to be a series with Reed Richards' child?
Franklin?
Is there?
Yeah.
There's basically God, isn't it?
Yeah, there's going to be a series like about this person who's dealing with all of his personalities, and each of them have different powers.
Wait, it's not Legion.
No, that's the other guy.
That's Xavier's son.
No, is it Xavier's son?
I'm pretty sure
and
it's
he
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Legion.
he also becomes this. There's also this other mutant with this power that anything he thinks of comes into reality. He can warp reality, and he becomes. I was watching this really interesting video. A guy did it on YouTube.
Thomas Explained, was it?
Yeah.
He does good videos.
And it was.
Oh my god, that entire fucking compass.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he did this thing on the Marquis of Death, and how this certain mutant became Marquis of Death after he learned to master his powers, but he was trapped for so long he went mad, and then they used him in a different reality to come and fight himself, and basically
Did he win?
he won regardless of what happened. He won.
It wasn't Ulysses, was it?
I don't know.
No, I think so. No.
And it turned out that the only reason I got into this because I was looking up loads of stuff about Doctor Doom, because I want to play Doctor Doom.
I want a Doom film.
I would be an excellent Doctor Doom. I would. I'm just saying. Marvel. If you need a Doctor Doom,
I'm waiting for the phone call.
if you need a Doctor Doom, I'd be excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
So it just stopped.
Shame. Anyway, retconning.
Have you emailed Marvel?
What?
Have you emailed Marvel about it?
Yeah, they said they get Marvel.
Okay.
But yeah,
It's totally.
Does this have to be films or could it be anything?
this can be
For this
absolutely anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all.
I know what I'm going to choose.
Go
Me
on.
too.
Bleach.
Bleach? Okay.
Do you know, I was thinking that. I genuinely was thinking the exact same thing.
Yep.
And is it because of all their filler stuff that was just pointless?
Not just the filler stuff. Like there was an entire season. I think it was season 4.
Aaron, have you
season
seen
5.
any Bleach?
No.
You know.
Can you just give a quick synopsis of Bleach?
Right, so Bleach is about this guy who the first episode, this girl is about to like be attacked and he sees her and then he tries to save her and she gives him like a power to become that his soul can go away from his body and he can fight.
What's she being attacked by?
She's being attacked by a hollow. Hollow.
Basically, people who didn't pass on and they warp into these demonic
Big evil
beasts.
spirits.
And these soul reapers go around and they make sure that all these hollows don't kill people.
People can't see
Normal
the
people
spirits.
can't see them, but these hollows can kill you. And these soul reapers are designed or trained to actually.
So this person, Ichigo, he sees Rukia, and she is a soul reaper, and she's about to be attacked, and she basically makes his soul separate from his body.
She turns him into a soul reaper.
Into a soul reaper. She allows his soul to be
Soul
separate
Reaper.
so that he's able to use the power of a soul reaper because you can't use it in your physical form. In the physical human form. So you need to be in your soul form. So he does that and he destroys that demon and then eventually that spirals into more stories and more stories.
What's his
seasons.
sword called?
I can't remember.
What's it called? What's a...
Zanbakuto.
Oh, it's a Zanbakuto.
I had a dream last night that a guy attacked me on the bus with a Zanbakuto. That just reminded me
And
of
then
that.
they have other forms where they will turn into like the Bankai version and stuff like that. But
Getsuga Tensho. That's there
But
you go.
then there's also versions. But then there's also I think it's like season 4 or season 5 where the entire season.
Vampires.
No, the entire season is complete filler because it's in between when the manga was catching.
I
up.
watched it.
They were vampires. Wasn't there the Bount? They're called
Yeah,
Bount.
the Bound.
They called Bound and they
And the
were.
Quincy's were after them, were they? Or what were the Quincy's doing?
the Quincy's was around the same time because the entire point of those is that there's the Bounce who you actually found out were the Zomboctos.
Okay. I got to episode 100 and just
they're
checked
the
out.
Zomboctos turned into living beings, and they started attacking like their actual hosts. The people that they used the weapons were the people who had to fight them because they knew their weaknesses, and that was a lot of that part. And then they also had the Quincy's help them.
Yeah.
Now there's in the manga, like things have gone much further.
Yeah, no, they kept going, but I think after, and this is going to be a not really a spoiler, but I think that I really don't want to say it, but I don't want to say for Aaron if he's ever going to watch it, but after the big bad guy who everything kind of like goes through until the end of season 5.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
After the big bad guy, after like episode 170 or 180 when that ends, after that, I think it pretty much it's pointless. It's pretty much filler for the rest of it.
It's a natural conclusion. Everything goes back to the status quo, and then suddenly there's this extra season.
That's why. No, they continue the anime after it's like. No, like the entire anime builds up into this one point. Like the entire show over like 5 to 6 seasons.
You know where it's going. Everything is leading up to this fight with this one
is one of those
person.
things where they don't want to stop.
Yeah, so
this is like a natural end to it, but because how successful it was or whatever it was,
they could have done it all in one episode. As in, they could have had an extra episode. Just.
Yeah.
So I watched about like 200 episodes of this, and then it just stopped. I watched about 200 episodes. This bad guy and all this thing happens, and then they have another season, and it's like, why? We don't need more conflict. The biggest conflict was just resolved, and then they had another season.
I think it was one of the strongest openings from anime.
I really liked it.
I think it was it's so great.
I liked it only because of Chad.
Really, yeah.
Chad is my favorite fucking character, and he did not.
His voice.
Didn't get enough. He was the coolest guy ever. He was all like Spanish.
I think I liked Retcon Torchwood.
Really?
Have you any of you?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Torchwood, the spin-off.
Yeah.
Because the first season was really strong. Second season was quite strong. Third season, BBC had a connection with BBC America, and it was all shot in America and based in America, and it wasn't as good, I didn't think.
Once it got the Children of Light, it lost.
Yeah, it did start going down there. But I feel like if it went back and just even get rid of the second 2 seasons, just Retcon from the first season and go from there, it would be amazing. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much of Torchwood.
No?
I didn't know. Like, Doctor Who, obviously, but just Torchwood, I don't know, because I know it doesn't have a satisfying end.
Yeah.
So I don't want
But the
to
beginning is good.
Yeah, but like, I don't like doing that. I have a serious issue when it comes to like starting something knowing I'm going to end, and I'm just going to be like, well, I enjoyed the start.
So like Dexter.
I've heard about Dexter.
Actually, no. Retcon Doctor Who back to just before David Tennant died and keep going from there. I love David Tennant so much.
You.
I love David Tennant.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
I love Tennant so much.
Yeah.
But fuck
No.
you. It has to go somewhere.
Continue
What
David
about Peter
Tennant.
Capaldi?
Capaldi is
What
a
about him?
fucking god, right?
What about him?
Matt Smith is my favourite fucking doctor. Like, everything.
David Tennant.
Tennant is the best.
Doctor, yes.
He is the
You
best
just
doctor.
like it because he has your name.
He has a good name, he does.
He does, it's okay.
Best name there is, you know?
It is the Tennant as well, yeah.
I'm retconning David Tennant.
No, Tennant never. It was all Christopher Eccleston. He didn't have a fight on this. He doesn't hate everyone there. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's all.
Tennant is grand, okay? But I had to end at it.
Grand. He's the best doctor there is.
It ended in the right place.
It did.
It did, okay? There's no other way you could have done that. You have to get rid of a doctor just when you don't want them to go. When it's still there.
Do you know what I was hoping they'd do?
Oh.
Do you remember the doctor and Rose? Yeah.
Was Doctor and Rose?
Remember the doctor they gave Rose, the fake doctor,
It's still just him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
Doctors, yeah.
And there is a deleted scene where they gave that doctor a TARDIS egg or something. Or a
That's
TARDIS
so
seed.
cute.
Did you not see that scene? No.
No.
Yeah.
I
on the
cried
beach.
too hard.
On the beach, they give him a thing to grow his own TARDIS. I would love a spin-off show with that doctor and that Rose.
Well,
even that.
Well, there are so many things you can do. You can still do the spin-off in Doctor Who with his daughter. Because Tennant has a biological, copy of himself,
Yeah.
as a female.
Yep.
So yeah, you can...
I always wanted her to come back. She never came back.
They did
in one episode.
Yeah. They commissioned something. They tried to do something. They did a pilot with her and it just didn't come into fruition.
Oh, really?
And even the original series, the first series was entirely about the Doctor and his granddaughter.
Yeah.
It's the original series as well.
Well, there's a photograph of her on his desk in season 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And what else? Was she in the Christmas special? No, she wasn't. They literally just left her because the Christmas special this year was fucking amazing.
Haven't seen it yet.
Really?
No.
Wait. Remind me. What was? That's where is that the World War One?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so fucking good. It is like 50 years of Doctor Who and just fucking here is it all crammed.
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking. Everything in it is great. That is a phenomenal.
Sounds good.
This is really good. Check it out.
It is actually massive Doctor Who fan. You can't.
Yeah.
But no, you need to keep massive.
Give us your impressions at talktotibit@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want David Tennant. That's all I want in my life.
No, but
That's all you need.
I'll call him if you want.
Please do.
the whole point of Doctor Who is that he is never happy.
I know,
You
yeah.
can never be happy. Okay, so you can't.
But I want to be happy. I want to be happy watching David Tennant.
And his whole thing, the best of it was that he is the Doctor for the shortest amount of fucking time. He is only the Doctor like
David Tennant.
No.
No.
What
But
is
I
it?
mean, in terms of him, as in looking
His
like
lifespan.
that. Yeah, his lifespan is about 3 fucking years.
Because he got like, what, 5 seasons?
5 seasons.
There's something like that.
Yeah, but
His lifespan is.
Well, like Matt
fuck
Smith
off. Matt Smith
lived-
gets like 1,000.
Capaldi gets billions of views.
With Matt
Capaldi
Smith.
hurt me so much.
Matt Smith disappears for an episode, comes back, he's like 300 years older. What's that about?
Because he beats
His
constantly.
whole episode, all his ones were jumping through time, and there's all theories that certain parts are actually before other parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came back to say goodbye to them, but without them knowing that he's coming back to say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
You don't know what's
A
where.
lot of stuff.
And then poor Capaldi just punching a wall for a billion years.
Fucking Hellbent, Heaven Sent Hellbent is a
Oh my
phenomenal.
God.
I haven't got that far. I've only watched the first half of the first season of Capaldi.
Him doing that fucking poem over and over and over again, and the moment you realise what the fuck is going on, it's just, it's great. It's just a torture. That was a dark fucking season, but season 10 was happy. That was a very uppity.
Yeah, well, it had to be because you were introducing a new Doctor.
Yeah. Well, no, were you interested? Well, at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tennant's shit was dark building to the end.
Yeah. That's why I love it. I love David Tennant's, like, his happiness to his angriest, I think, is amazing.
It is.
His extreme.
Well, if you look at it, I think that Capaldi's the complete opposite. Or Capaldi goes from being the angriest and comes into being the Doctor. He becomes a proper fucking Doctor, not this.
Think so?
Oh yeah,
But I didn't like at the start where he acts like a complete alien. I know he's an alien, but actually hasn't met a human in his life at the start of the season.
Yeah, because everything is shadowed for him. But by the end of it, he is fucking incredible. He's just beautiful. That there's Capaldi goes more in depth into the whole. There is this darker side to him, but it's not. It's over the top for a while. But then then they find the balance. And once they find the balance, it's perfect. Capaldi is great. I just want to see what they do with Joe.
It annoyed me because he was sold as the Dark Doctor. We were supposed to get a dark, sinister
And you
Doctor.
did.
No, but at the start we did not.
Season 9 is the Heaven Sent Hellbent. When you have a man stand there just going, I will fucking end every single one of you to save one person because fuck you all. I want to do what's right for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's selfish and all, and it's great. It is great. Fuck you two. I'm sorry, right? Okay, like we don't talk about Doctor Who on this because it never comes
Yes.
up. Doctor Who never comes up. It should.
It should.
It should.
Every
It
day.
should
When it comes
come,
up,
not
so
when
do
we're
I.
talking about retconning.
Oh, but
But
Doctor
that
Who
is
is all about
amazing.
retconning. That is Doctor Who is a retcon
You
machine. Like,
segueing son of a bitch.
oh my god,
Yeah,
perfect.
we'll have a separate topic about it if you want.
Oh my god.
Just make it about it.
It'll just be Aaron talking about Doctor Who for 3 hours.
It is.
Fine, because
It's
Garden's
fine.
topics about him just talking for an hour.
Yeah.
So
This is true, yeah. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna have like a Doctor Who like, oh.
Orgasm?
10 minutes. I did 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But that was my fault.
Okay. Well, that's my part. Have we all given the series that we like to
Yeah.
retcons?
I have, didn't I? Did I
Yeah.
do something? Did you? Yeah, I said the first one. I said
You
DCU.
did, you did,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, well, honestly, like I'm glad that Spider-Man was retconned or rebooted.
I think we are getting a retcon for DCU though, aren't we? Because the Batman film that's coming up is not in it. And neither is the Joker movie.
Yeah.
Not retconning though, it's just a different universe. isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just fuck it. We're pretending this one didn't happen. Thank God.
That sounds like retconning.
No, it's just.
No, that's a
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gary, what did you say?
Bleach, because it went downhill and I think they could have done much better.
They could even though retconning regards to just cut the last season.
I think they could have cut like the anime. The manga continued, but I understand like if they.
I would like if they continued.
I would like them to, because as far as I know, the manga is still going. I think it's stopped. Yeah, it's been completed, but I don't mind if they continue it as long as they find a better place rather than just start it straight away after. It's like if they found a better place to continue it. I just think that like the anime really destroyed that.
Yeah.
Like because then they decided not to even continue that. So then they didn't even continue the manga to its completion. They just did another season of the anime and then just left it. It's like, well, if you're going to continue on a part that's bad anyway, you might as well continue doing it, but they just stopped.
I think Gary's going to start crying about it.
Sword Art Online.
No!
Yes. Retcon and all. Go back to the first 2 seconds and just change it all
It's
from
still
there.
going. It's still going.
I thought of like a lot of things that should have been retconned that I didn't think of.
What?
Fucking Misfits. You should have stopped at a
Yes.
certain point.
Yeah.
Community should have been stopped at a certain point. You didn't have to do 6
Yeah.
seasons in a movie. Yeah.
No, they did. Just they should have kept Donald Glover. That would have made everything better.
Yeah.
And
You should have
then,
ended Misfits.
David, what would you like to retcon?
It's quite good.
Doctor Who. Back to David Tennant. That's what I want to change from there.
And Aaron?
Fuck you.
do.
I think we should retcon Friends so that Ross and Rachel didn't take a break. But most importantly,
Yes.
I think, no. Fuck me. Friday the 13th. I think that you could have done so much with that. Alien. If Alien could be retconned, we go with that. I would love that even more. Doctor Who can fuck off.
David Tennant.
Aliens vs Predator.
Alien
Versus Doctor Who.
So yeah, there's some of these
Star
other
Wars.
things that I'd like to see retconned. In terms of a condensed thing, actually, I think Misfits should have ended at season 3. I don't think you should have continued with that until it just trailed off into a massive piece of
Straight
shit.
up ended, yeah.
Yeah, just end it.
I remember someone humping a gorilla in it once, and that's all I remember from that. I never watched it.
That's all you need to remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, I think that brings us to the end of the podcast this week. I have been Aaron. You've been.
David.
You've been.
Gary!
You've been.
always call them.
Oh, high note to end on. Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.